My name is Stephen Crabtree. We farm at Bolton Abbey with my wife Anne, and we're basically described as an upland farm, and we're very traditional in what we keep, which is sucklers and sheep. But my family's background is really in retailing milk, and my father used to deliver it out, and he once said to me he went for 16 years delivering milk and never missed a day, and that's some feat. There's a wonderful saying about how good farmers are at following the money, and that's exactly what we did, up to 2000-ish with the demise of the old headage payments. But it came at a price. We never seemed to make any money, we just seemed to dash about all over the countryside. We knew nothing more than more numbers. We put another 50 sheep on, that meant we got another 750 quid or whatever. You just wonder how on earth we did it. Why did we do it? Of course, then we started to see the big light, which is that less means more. We've gone from 1,300 sheep down to 650, and you're not blowing money on all the volume of stock you've got. You're probably keeping half the volume, but we're breaking even, I would think. And again, it will be controversial. I think sometimes people get obsessed by numbers and yields and production and just lose the whole focus, really. You can buy an awful lot of production, which is going to lose you money. Change is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's that initial doing it that's always the hardest thing. We changed from an autumn and spring calving suckler herd to calving in a 9-week period in spring. Best thing we ever did. We used to lamb over a 6-week period, now we lamb over 3 weeks. I've always said that after 3 weeks you've still got men that want to work for you. After 6 weeks they're all ready for giving the notice to quit and move on. Our antibiotic use in animals has dropped substantially because we have a policy of vaccinating virtually for everything. We've eradicated BVD, and that has been a huge impact. We haven't injected an animal this winter with either a pain relief, an anti-inflammatory or antibiotic this year, and our veterinary records are there to prove it. You know, £10 spent can save you £20 in growth rate, easily, probably £50 in growth rates. It's that attention to detail I always think is the most rewarding, where you just do a little bit of something different. The work completely daft weren't our ancestors. Possibly when the brush came out, or the squeegee, that was technology then. And the fact that it moves in different areas now, that is not a problem. It's just how to embrace it for your best advantages. We have a dome camera in our carving building where we can zoom in and move off my iPad, which I sit on my knee on a night. How sad is this? But anyway. And we zoom in on the cows and see what's going on. Just something so simple that can make your life so easy. Went to a meeting the other night when it was AHDB, Agriculture and Horticultural Development Board, and he said, how many of you here view yourself as farmers? So up went my hand, and he says, that's interesting. You're not farmers, you're businessmen. And he's right. We've got money tied in the business, and that money has to earn. So when people say they're a farmer, are they like my good friend up the dale, still doing what his father did and will be doing the same thing in 30 years? Or would you rather be the visionary, the businessman, is it Musk? Yeah, Elon Musk, what a guy. The chap that stands in the shower, comes up with a brainwave and does it, where most of us have forgotten it by the time we've got dried, haven't we? Challenge is a good thing. I think you need to challenge yourself regularly about what you do and why do you do it. Never be frightened of change. My father died 19 years ago this year. I think that he would quietly applaud me for looking at what we're doing and trying to find a way out of the problems we're faced with. Trying to do it with a thought rather than your heart. We're all guilty of farming with a heart, and it's not really good in this present time. I've taken immense pleasure out of doing what we did. We've reclaimed around 150 acres of bracken, and some of it was so steep we had to spray it with a helicopter. And rocks, oh yeah, we're good at farming rocks and rapids. It's been wonderful, but that's what you need in business, is to get pleasure out of what you're doing, isn't it? And my pleasure's been my farm. Can't say any other than that.